Said I was doing a lot of the performing, the tap dancing of like the smile and the showing up and landing on my mark, and I'm gonna just do what I need to do and be this, happy-go-lucky Nickelodeon kid.
My name is Samantha Puckett. I'm from Seattle and I love fried chicken.
But inside I was hurting. It was painful. I was angry. I felt unsupported.
You pull back the curtain on child stardom. It is not a pretty picture.
Not as I see it, no.
At just 15, Jennette McCurdy was one of the most recognizable child stars on television, playing Sam Puckett in Nickelodeon's hit show iCarly.
Where'd my straw go? Here.
To her millions of fans, she was known as the funny BFF. But she says
I feel like she was definitely more liked than Miranda Cosgrove. She was probably like the most popular character on the show, and it's kind of crazy to see that she went through all that stuff and nobody even could tell. You would watch the show and you would just assume that she was living a normal life, but she was being abused behind the scenes. It's just fucked. It's a really fucked situation, and honestly, it's unfortunate because she was very talented, and who knows who she could have become. But she was traumatized, so she didn't want to act anymore, and who blames her?
Behind that bubbly on-screen persona, nothing about her real life was funny.
For you, what were the pitfalls of child fame?
You're playing an adult's game. You're in an adult's world, and you don't recognize that. You're incapable of being on that level, but you are confused and you think that you are. And I think it really leads to stunted personal development.
Her personal struggles eventually prompting her to abandon acting altogether.
You say, quite frankly, that this was never your dream. Stardom was never your dream.
Never even her dream.
Whose dream was it?
My mom's. I think she wanted me to have a better life than she had, but I also think her approach was very unhealthy and informed by her own lack of self-work, and she lived vicariously through me.
Jennette had her first audition.
I never understood that idea of pushing careers on your child when they're like at such a young age, when they don't even know what they want to do. Like, if they don't like what you're forcing them to do, there's a high chance as soon as they grow up and they make decisions from themselves, they're not going to want to do it. So what's the point of pushing something on them? And it's just stressful for the kid anyways, and you're just making your kid have problems. So I don't understand like forcing someone to like a career path. It just doesn't make any sense to me, but I don't know.
At age 6, encouraged by her late mom, Deborah, their mother-daughter bond deeply disordered and chaotic. She says her family struggled financially. Over time, like so many other child stars, her acting paid the bills.
That's nuts.
I felt like a lot of pressure. And then I think
apparently
my mom
she doesn't even get
saw
any of the money
my
either.
career as a way out of that life, of that way of living, of that constant grind.
How chaotic was that childhood home? You describe it with one line that stuck with me, that the air in the house felt like a held breath.
It was really complicated. My mom also had cancer when I was 2 years old. That was the first time she was diagnosed. So not only was it chaotic because of the abuse that was happening, and my mom's violent and erratic, unstable behavior, but also because we all lived in fear of her cancer coming back.
That volatile relationship is at the center of Jennette's dark and deeply personal memoir, I'm Glad My Mom Died.
What made you pick that?
I think I earned that title through the writing of the book, but I wanted it to be something that would grab people's attention and get them to pick up the book, and then hopefully
every TikTok I see
is why I have chosen that title.
This topic.
From the tender age of 11, she says her mother taught her the dangerous habit of calorie restriction, which would turn into years of eating disorders.
In many ways, your mother tried to keep you a child.
Yeah, I think
also, I don't know why that's such a controversial title. I don't know why people are so mad at it. Like, they don't know her experiences with her mom. So if it is titled that, it probably has a reason behind it. I doubt she's just saying, I'm glad my mom died, and there's not a reason. So people need to, like, just hear the full story before judging. They're so angry about the title. It makes no sense. I don't think there's any reason to be angry about a title. It doesn't make any sense. Also, guys, I'm still getting over my COVID. I'm finally feeling better, though. So, we're getting back into motion.
My mom wanted to keep me as controllable as possible. I think she really wanted to have her influence on me. And me growing up was a threat to that.
The key to that was calorie restriction.
Absolutely. I think my mom encouraged and conditioned my anorexia because Both she thought that it would in some ways help my career, and also because it served her goal of keeping me young and under her influence.
The book reveals dark episodes of her childhood that for years Jennette says she blocked out. She describes how her mother would give her showers and touch her invasively until she was a teenager.
What?
She referred to them as medical exams on your private parts.
Yes.
That's
this was the hardest
fucking
part
crazy.
of the book for
That's
me to write
disgusting.
about. It was a really emotional experience. I laughed during the writing of it, and then I cried a lot after I wrote that vignette.
You talk about basically having out-of-body associations, out-of-body experiences when this is happening to you.
Yeah.
What do you think was going on?
I've tried to understand, and that didn't lead me anywhere productive. I would just spin my wheels trying to understand my mom's motives.
This continued until you were 17?
Yeah.
And you describe in the book that you felt violated.
Yes.
I think anyone
I absolutely
would.
felt violated, and eventually accepting that was the most, I think, integral piece to my own healing and recovery.
At the height of her stardom, she landed a spin-off series, Sam and Cat, starring alongside future pop star Ariana Grande. She writes about tensions on the set.
Let's see what you said. Say it again, one more time.
I said I'm really smart.
You literally wrote, I frequently made the mistake of comparing my career to Ariana's.
Yeah.
And being jealous of everything, jealous of her childhood, jealous of a music career that you didn't even want.
Sure. I was jealous specifically that she played charades with Tom Hanks. That's what got me. Charades with Tom Hanks.
How dare she?
I know.
Honestly,
but I was
I think anyone would be jealous. Tom Hanks is the guy, right? That's Woody right there.
so young at the time, and I think it's really hard to not compare yourself to
Forrest
somebody
Gump.
at that age when you're in an environment around them all the time. So I made that mistake repeatedly, and I'm glad to be at a place now where I wouldn't trade positions with somebody.
As the show was airing,
That's
her
good.
mother died of cancer. Jennette says her life was spinning out of control, anorexia morphing into bulimia and alcohol abuse.
Damn.
I was never aiming for bulimia. I was attempting to have anorexia, but I couldn't keep it up without my mom. So then that would lead to, I'd starve myself for so long, and then I'd binge, and then I'd purge because I hated the feeling of fullness, hated it.
It would take Jennette
That's
years
nuts.
to seek proper help and start therapy to begin grappling with her trauma.
I couldn't initially accept the idea that my mother was abusive toward me because my whole way of life, my whole way of going through the world I was operating through this lens of my mom wants what's best for me. Even after she died, I'm nothing without my mom. I can't do anything without my mom. I'm incapable, I'm incompetent. What would mom want? What would mom think? What does mom need? That accepting that she was abusive would have meant reframing my entire life. And that felt impossible. I couldn't go near that for a long time.
Jennette says that building a new life without her mom began with a stunning decision to leave acting behind.
Why quit acting?
It was important for my recovery at the time. It represented my mom living vicariously through me. It represented something that my mom wanted that I didn't want. So it was important for me to step
Jeez.
away in a very definitive way and really just focus completely on healing myself.
Reflecting back on her career, Jennette's critical of the Hollywood machine and the world.
Yeah, I'm assuming her mom and what the fuck is his name? I'm pretty sure it's Dan Schneider, right? Yeah, this fucking tubbalard, this fucking dickhead here. I'm pretty sure him and her mom is what threw her away from acting. Just bad experiences. I mean, who would want to act after having to deal with people that make you hate it? So yeah, I don't blame her. Like, this guy's a fucking weirdo. Oh my god. Even when just looking at him, I feel weird. Ugh. He kind of has my haircut though, so it kind of makes me want to shave. I'm about to shave. Just rock the baldy. What's going on? Yeah, look at him, bro. He's just a weird dude. You can tell. Poor Miranda Cosgrove. I would hate to have to take a picture with this fucking tubbalard. I don't even know, bro. He looks like Peter Griffin with long hair. He's just like a... Nah, I don't want to talk about Peter like that. Everyone likes Peter Griffin. I don't know, though. He's just apparently a weird dude, and he just made everyone uncomfortable. Like, you could find so many weird clips of him just harassing the girls on the show. What a weird dude. I could never.
she was exposed to at such a young age. In her book, she writes that after Sam and Cat was canceled, Nickelodeon offered her a $300,000 thank you gift if she agreed to never speak publicly about her experience at the network, specifically with a man she refers to as the creator, who on one occasion, she says, encouraged her to drink while she was still underage and gave her a shoulder massage.
What a fucking
In response,
weird
Nickelodeon
dude.
telling ABC News, "We have no reportable response other than a no comment at this time."
I just said, no, it's not happening. That sounds like hush money to me. Not doing it, not taking it. And then I do remember leaning against, I think I talk about this in the book, but I lean against my bed and I'm like, well, shoot, that could have put my nieces through college. Like, that was some good money. But I am ultimately proud of my decision there, wherever it came from. Even if it was informed by self-righteousness, I think that, I did something that was really hard to do. Oh my God, it makes me emotional. I'm proud of myself.
That's good.
Why? Why proud of yourself?
I think I've chosen a path of integrity.
Nice. Don't cry. That's
And
sad.
it hasn't always been easy.
That's
Now
hard.
30, Jennette says she's recovered from years of eating
Damn,
disorders
she's 30
and
now.
found a
That's
sense
nuts.
of balance for the first time in her
flies
life.
by.
What's your
Holy
body image
shit.
now, and what's your relationship to food like, and how do you sort of go about your day?
I'm glad you asked this because when people talk about eating disorder recovery, they talk about it being such an ongoing process and something you deal with every single day for the rest of your life, and it's always a battle. And I think that kind of language doesn't help motivate. I'm at a place now where I don't obsess about food at all. I haven't engaged in any sort of disordered eating behavior for years. I'm really proud of that.
Jennette says healing also comes through in her writing. She's working on a novel and a collection of essays. And while she sees herself as a writer, she hasn't completely ruled out a return to acting.
I just wish I could have shown my 20-year-old self me now. I would have known what I was aiming for. I would have had something to hope for, something to be encouraged about. I didn't have that.
What would you have told your 20-year-old self?
Look at me now, baby. You're gonna be fine, kid. I probably would have said.
Aw, that's sweet. Well, good for her. It's nice to see that she's actually doing well now after going through so much as a young person. It's good to see that she's doing pretty good. Alright guys, if you guys enjoyed me reacting to that, make sure to like and subscribe. I know I said I was going to upload daily, and I know I didn't upload yesterday. Hear me out. Everyone in my house got COVID. I got COVID, my girl got COVID, and my cat got COVID. I'm just assuming. So, we've all just been COVID, and I kind of had to take care of her because she was at her worst yesterday. But we're all feeling better, so I'm going to try uploading again. The next thing I'm probably going to upload is a gaming video. But I just wanted to react to something for you guys because, you know, I said I want to give you guys as much content as I can. But if you guys enjoyed that, just subscribe and let me know if you want me to react to certain things. It doesn't matter what it is, I'll probably react to it if I think it's interesting. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.